The theater, a magical place for all to enjoy. A place to see entertainment, a place to make memories, and a place to spend the night right. Hello, my name is Tetsu, and welcome to the first ever installment of Tetsu's Theater Travels. We are so excited to bring our epic theater experiences right to you through this amazing series. On this episode, we'll be traveling to Lancaster County, Pennsylvania to experience America's largest faith-based theater company, Sight and Sound. If you don't know who they are or what they do, here's a quick sneak peek at their story.
I remember the first time I picked up a camera to capture God's creation through the lens of an old Pentax 35mm. I was asked to present a slideshow at our church. The first production was simply a flashlight, record player, and a single slide projector. Then we took the show on the road. After years of traveling slideshows, we finally put down roots, opening our first theater. Those first set pieces were built in our garage, and the stage filled with a cast of family and friends. A decade later, we produced our first full-length Bible story, Behold the Lamb, which led to opening a larger theater. Noah became our first wraparound epic production, and with that, the immersive experience of biblical proportions was born. Throughout our history, God has seen us through fiery trials and expansion to new locations. We've witnessed seas part, seen giants fall, and through it all, experienced His love that rescues.
Sight and Sound has brought countless Bible stories on stage for almost 50 years, and no matter what step they take, they always put in their all every single time. We visited Sight and Sound's Lancaster location to see one of their most popular stories, Moses. This production tags audiences along with this unlikely hero as he slowly puts together the puzzle of why God chose him to lead his people from the bondage of slavery.
I believe the Lord wants to set you free from your past and show you who you are in Him.
I tried that. It didn't work.
I understand. But now, let Him work in His way.
From the burning bush to the parting of the Red Sea, this story is brought to life in astounding proportions and was seen by over 850,000 people in its premiere year.
I love my Son more than anything, and when I enter into eternal life, He will rule over your sons. So I suggest you honor Him now.
Before we go any further, we'll give you some tips and tricks if you plan to see a Sight and Sound show. We booked our Moses tickets for the 3 o'clock show, and at around 2:15, an announcement was made through the loudspeaker saying that audience members were now allowed to enter the auditorium. We sat down at our seats in row F, the first 3 seats next to the center aisle. Those seats were very good because you were close enough to center stage, but far enough so you could still see the side stages without any neck turning. Before we go any further, we have to give you this disclaimer. Sight and Sound does claim that there aren't any bad seats in the theater, but we must politely argue that some are better than others. On screen right now is the seating chart for the Lancaster Theater. We suggest choosing seats within sections 102, 103, 201, 202, 302, 303, and 304. The reason why we suggested those specific sections are because if you are seated all the way to the right or left, you've got to do a lot of neck turning when action is happening on the side stage near where you are sitting. We also recommend purchasing tickets as soon as they are on sale. The reason why is so that you can get many seat choices. For example, we went to see David in November 2022, and those tickets were purchased around April of that year. Get your tickets quickly, they might sell out on your desired date. We must give you this disclaimer if you are planning to attend any sight and sound show. Each production includes many special effects and different types of lighting to enhance the experience. If you or anyone you know is sensitive to any sort of special effect, we highly suggest asking any staff member to help with your needs. As we got comfortable with our seats, took some pictures, and made trips to the bathroom, the theater started to fill up quickly, and before we knew it, the curtain rose and the show began. Since Moses already had its closing night in early October, we thought it would be appropriate to let you all see what this production looked like, since it's very unlikely that it would make another return to Pennsylvania. Enjoy the following montage of clips from Moses. While we entered the auditorium, we were handed some insight books displaying the history of sight and sound, behind-the-scenes photos of the shows, and many more. Here's a small peek of what's included in the 2023 installment. After the show, we were waiting outside one of two stage doors in the lobby, hopefully getting the opportunity to meet Shane Litchfield, the actor who played Moses that night. And sure enough, he peeked his head out and said hello. Aside from Shane, we also got to meet Daniel Gorham, who played Pharaoh, Samantha Ingram, who played Moses' mother, and many more. Getting to meet the very people we look up to and see all the time on the sight and sound stage was very surreal to us, and it's a memory we'll certainly never forget.
And so we want to close out this show differently because we want to honor our cast and our crew and our staff. So if you are in the sound of my voice, everyone come onto the stage. Front of house, please come into the aisles. We could not do this without every single one of you. The word that comes to mind to me is humbling. From the vantage point that I have, I've seen thousands and thousands of people pour their hearts into this ministry that is now reaching the world. And the people that you see here today, and many that cannot be here, I will say, in this theater alone, we employ over 500 people. And it takes every single one to pull off what you saw today. If I can take a moment to say that our people here, the people that God has brought, are not just talented, creative, but they have the heart behind the creativity and the talent. They are sold out for Jesus, and you know, I can say from my family, that's what means the most. We're just so thankful that we don't just entertain, but we give truth for the here and for the eternity. So again, I want to thank every single one of you. What a blessing and a joy every single one of you is and has been. Thank you. So in a few minutes, you might even hear it as you're leaving. We waste no time around here, let me tell you. You're going to hear some equipment starting because we are ready to move right into changeover for what's about to come in a few weeks, Miracle of Christmas. Yes. And a very exciting year on tap next year, our premiere of a brand new show, Daniel. So please come back and see us next year. And I do want to just close by saying, in a moment, there will be a few members along the front of the theater here. We would like nothing more than to pray with you regarding any needs you may have in your life. And if you have never given your life to Jesus, if you're not a follower of Jesus Christ, you have that opportunity tonight, and our team would love nothing more than to lead you into that beautiful and wonderful relationship. Again, thank you for coming. It's our good joy to have you. Thank you all. Love you. Appreciate you. Have a great night. Thank you.
Every tribe and every nation of your mercy and goodness will proclaim. We will sing of your greatness forever. The God of yesterday is still with us today. Eternal hope is here.